So this is workout 1 for weeks 1 and 2. Now the equipment that you're going to need for this is a bench or a chair to stand up from for your squats, and then a pair of dumbbells. Now I'm going to just do the workout with 1 set of weights. What you can do is experiment a little bit with the different exercises and just change the weights according to the different exercise, because you might find that some exercises you can use a heavier weight and other ones you want to use something a little bit lighter. But don't worry too much about that for the time being. You're going to have plenty of opportunity to really work out the weights and change them as you go through. But the key thing for weeks 1 and 2 is that we're familiarising ourselves with these exercises, getting used to doing them and getting into a habit. So that's what we've got to work on first, making the time to do the exercises, and then as we go through the programme we're going to be able to do more exercises, more weight, and sort of increase our repertoire of things that we're doing. Okay, but let's start. So you've done your warm-up, okay? So we're going to start with our bench. Now I'm going to do these sit-to-stand squats with no weights. You can, if you want, hold a weight just loosely between your legs, just hanging down, but keep your posture the same as mine, okay? We're going to do 12 of these, and then we're going to move on to the next one. So let's start with squats. Hands over your shoulders if you're not using a weight, hold your weight down here if you are. We're going to start with 12. Okay, so pushing the floor away to stand up, squeeze the glutes. Keep that back nice and straight. That's 2. And 3. So each time, really think about that mind-muscle connection. Squeeze the glutes at the top. That's going to make all the difference to how well this works. That's 5. Push the floor away. Squeeze the glutes. 6. Check that left and right doing the same thing. 7. Squeeze. That's 8. Control sitting down as well. 9. Control the down and stand up as soon as you get there. 10. Control the down, pushing the floor away, squeeze the glutes. 1 more. Control, push the floor away and squeeze the glutes, and then down. And we're done. Okay, grab your weights. We're going to do a shoulder press. So we're going to engage the core here, so that's nice and solid. Nice width in the shoulders, relax them down though, okay? And we're going to start with alternate hands so we can keep that core nice and engaged, and we're going to do 20, okay? So this is 3, 4, 5, think about your core, you shouldn't feel your ribs flaring, 7, do my best to keep my counting right, 8, so nice and controlled up, nice and controlled down. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So nothing's moving except my arms. Look. 17, 18, 19, 1 more, and 20. And lovely. So, I'm going to be on the floor now. I'm going to move my bench. We're going to do glute bridges. So, I'm going to lie on the floor. Okay, so feet are up. You imagine that your feet are about hip distance apart. Okay, hands can just be down the side. Relax your neck and your shoulders. I'm going to push hard into our heels and try and squeeze our glutes right at the beginning. Push up until we feel the hip joint lock out and a good hard squeeze on the glutes. That's 1. We're doing 12 of these. So push hard into the heels, squeeze the glutes at the top, and then down. Nice and controlled up and down. That's 2. Now we're into it a little bit. This is 3. We're going to just check in with our glutes. Is the left one working the same as the right one? Try and even that out so you're putting the same effort into each side. That's 5, I think. My counting might be approximate with the talking in between, you have to forgive me. This is 6. nice and controlled. Push up, squeeze hard at the top, locking out here. 7, and then down. Pushing up, and that's 8, and then down. Pushing up, locking out, squeeze at the top. Each time you want to squeeze. This is 9, 3 more. Push up, really let's squeeze hard as we can for the last 3. That's 10, 2 more, nice and controlled all the time. Squeeze hard, 11, 1 more. We're going to hold it a little bit longer at the top here. Squeeze hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax and then rest. Okay, next exercise, we're still going to be on the floor. We're going to grab our dumbbells and we're going to do a chest press. Okay, so you're going to lie in a similar position, but this time, I think you can see my arms here. I hope our arms are out just a bit less than 90 degrees. And our weights are in our hands, and we're going to push them towards each other and then come back, lower them back down until our elbows touch the floor. Okay? So engage your core, so that's nice and solid. And then that little squeezing together, do you remember that I've talked about, your ribs and hips, so that's just nice and tight. And then we're pushing up, bring your hands together, the dumbbells can clunk together if you like, and then bring them down. And we want to feel that we're controlling each way, okay? So controlled up, control down. So you might feel that you can do a heavier weight on this than the shoulder, and that's fine. 4, no that's not 4, that's 6, sorry. 7, and try and make both the left and the right hand work the same. You might find one side is easier to control than the other. 3 more. So just notice that at this stage, just pay attention to whether you find it easier on one side than the other. So we've got 2 more. This is 11, and then down, and then push forward, and 12, and then down. Lovely. Okay, what's next on our list? Bench row. So get your chair or your bench back. Now we're going to, this is a row, and we're going to use our weights. So again, this is where you might find you can use a heavier weight. So we're going to put one knee on the bench and our hands together like that. I'm going to move it slightly down. Okay, so what it should look like now is I've got a nice flat back from the crown of my head down to my tail, and my hands are together and I'm level across my shoulders, okay? We're going to, this is going to be our starting position like this, all right? So we're going to pick the weight up and then go back to that start position, and then you're pulling the weight up, holding and controlling on the way down. Now make sure this shoulder doesn't hunch when you're doing it. So keep focusing on relaxing here, and we're pulling up, squeezing the back of the arm of the shoulder blade at the top, and then slow on the way down. Okay, let's carry on from here and do 12. Squeeze and then slow on the way down. That's 2. That's 3, and then down, and 4, and then down, and 5, and then down. So you see, nothing's moving in my body. I'm keeping everything still, and I'm just moving my arm. Yeah? 7, 8, 9. And each time you're squeezing the shoulder blade together. 10. Squeeze at the back. 11. Squeeze and control on the way down. So swap sides. Exactly the same. Into this position, yeah? So nice flat back, so just make sure you're not rounded. That's a neutral spine, okay? So pulling up, squeeze, shoulder blade, and then control on the down, okay? Let's go for 12 again. 2, and 3, and 4, control on the down. Squeeze at the top and control on the down, that's 5. That's 6. And just check that shoulder's not creeping up towards your ear. Keep the shoulders relaxed. 7, 8, 9, 10. Control on the down. Squeeze at the top. Control on the down. This is going to be our last one now. Squeeze at the top. Control on the down. And then you can put the weight on the floor. Lovely. So, bench is going out the way. And we're going to be on the floor for 2 core exercises. First one is a dead bug. Alright, so we're going to lie on the floor, hands by our side to begin with. Remember, we talk about squeezing the ribs and hips towards each other, so your lower back is really firmly into the floor. Bring your knees up and then your hands forwards. And keep that back contact with the floor with your lower back. You're going to let one foot tap down and then the opposite arm, oh, I've done it wrong. Start again. One foot tap down and the opposite arm go back. Okay, but keeping that squeeze on the stomach. So opposite leg and arm going back. If you find it too hard for the coordination to begin with, keep your hands here and just do the legs. Yeah? But keep that feeling of pulling your ribs and hips towards each other and the back being really tightly pulled in towards the floor. So we're going to go for 12 here. I think this is 6. Every now and again, just check in. Is your back pushing hard into the floor? This is 8. 9. Keep checking your back all the time. 10. 11. And 12. And then rest. Let's turn over. So now we're going to do back extensions. So you're just lying flat out. Your hands are going to be under your shoulders. I'm looking at the camera, but you'll want to have your head just onto the floor. And then we're lifting our hands very slightly off the floor so that our chest lifts up. Keep looking down. If you look up like that, you're going to just put strain on the back of the neck, which you don't want. So keep looking down towards the floor. So we're going to do 12 of these. So here's your start position. Lift up, squeeze in the back, and then come down nice and slowly. So it's slow up, a little hold at the top, and then come down. That's 2. Keep going. 3. And 4. And 5. Just check your shoulders are relaxed and you're not hunching. And 6. 7. So nice and controlled. And imagine those muscles alongside the side of your spine, just squeezing together as you lift up. This is 8. 9. And 10. 11. And 12. And then rest. And then we're going to sit up. And that's your workout done. So that's your 15 minutes. You'll have a little stretch to do after that. That's enough if that's all you want to do. If you do have time and you want to repeat that again, then just rewind the video and play that again. Okay, see you for the next workout.